Thank you. My name is Azirikam lubia. I came to this church in 1955 when I was still at school at Kigama Intermediate School. My parents were living in another village meeting across the river known as Mumbai, which is also another Quaker village meeting. So we moved over to this place because our land was in this place. In Mumbai, we were just living in a village where Quakers had congregated around the church. But my parents decided that we must relocate to our land, which was in this area. I worshiped for this church. We tried to get involved in the activities in the old church. I organized for the chairs to be made by a friend of mine. Some of the chairs which are still in use right now, but they were done in the 70s. So when my mother died in 2001, when she was the treasurer of the village meeting, I decided that since the church was squeezed up, the ground was very small, I decided to offer a portion of my land to expand the church grounds. And because of my mother's position in the church as treasurer, I thought if we donated a bit of my land, it would be a good thing to do. So the church decided to put up a new building in the plot I had given to them. And that's how this new building came about. The idea of a new church was actually mooted by the pastor who was there at the time. And because I had been a member of the yearly meeting board, I had organized for that pastor to come over to this church from Vokoli yearly meeting. In 2001, at the time, I volunteered to offer this plot. That pastor was being transferred to Nairobi. So he came up with the idea of putting up a new church, since the one we were using was very old and, you know, needed to be changed. That's how the idea of putting up a new church came about. It was the young pastor's idea that we put up a modern church for the area. His name was Pastor Anduvate, Dominic Anduvate. That was the young pastor. So since I was still in Nairobi, working in Nairobi, I encouraged the leadership of the church to go ahead with the project. I contacted Mr. Lulu, an architect, to give us drawings, and then I looked for the engineer, and some engineer from KRA, a friend of mine, volunteered to give us the plans, to the structural plans. So that's how the project started. I would want to see the building completed when I'm still alive, because you never know what God has in plan for us. And I expect that many more worshippers will move it to our church to make it even bigger. At the moment, the congregation is small. We also had in mind other activities that this building, other than worshiping, will cater for other local activities. Like weddings, funerals, early child education, meetings from the county government, and so on. At the moment, even though it is not complete, we already are inundated with the requests for venues for conferences. We've had a big conference from the main yearly meeting, which was very successfully run, even though we haven't completed. We have had meetings from our local hospital, training people. They've used this church. So I expect when it is completed, there will be many more coming to use the facility that we have put up. I would be very happy to receive support from well-wishers, because it's taken us a long time to bring this church to where it is. And this has been mainly contributions from our congregations and the surrounding members, surrounding village members. So if well-wishers can support us to complete this church, so that it does not go on forever uncompleted, we shall appreciate it. Because it's taken us nearly 12-15 years, and we feel that it's about time it is completed. Yes, we shall appreciate if our supporters will come to our aid and help us when we hold our, hopefully, the last Harambe on 22nd of March, so that we can raise sufficient funds to be able to complete what is still outstanding on this building. We need to do the floors, we need to complete the walls outside, we need to do painting inside and outside, and put some chairs and so on.
Fantastic.
Hambi gagolusi. Hambi gagolusi.